this is Kesters from Walsh Jesuit High School, and this is a section on clearing fractions. Now, I know how much you get so excited when you hear fractions, but I'm going to show you a way to get rid of them in a problem that looks very complicated, something like this. So, in this problem, we have negative 11 over 6 equals negative 7 over 2 minus 10 over 3x. Now, I got a lot of fractions, and we have a lot of negative signs. So, first what I want to do is tackle those fractions. Now, when you're clearing fractions, you always have to find your LCD, which is your least common denominator. And I want you to put that up to the side, my least common denominator. Now, between 6, 2, and 3, you want to find out, think about what numbers will all of those multiply to that is the smallest. With 6, 2, and 3, my least common denominator is 6. Now, what I want you to do is multiply by 6 with all of these fractions. So every single term I want you to multiply by 6. So we're going to put a 6 here, here, and here. Now, it looks kind of funny, but I'm going to show you it's going to get rid of your fractions. So my 6 and 6 will cancel, and I'm left with negative 11. Drop down your equal sign. My 2 and 6 will cancel, and I'm left with 3. 3 times negative 7 gives me a negative 21. Then 6 and 3 will cancel to leave me with 2. Negative 10 times 2 gives me negative 20, and don't forget your x. Now, just like that, look at how easy this is. Alright, so from there, we have a really easy problem. You want to add 21 to both sides. Negative 11 plus 21 gives me a positive 10 equals negative 20x. Now from there, just divide by negative 20. So you get x equals this 10 over negative 20, and make sure you reduce. 10 over negative 20 really gives me x equals negative 1/2. And that is my final answer. Make sure you reduce all of your fractions to be able to give me your final answer. Alright, let's try another one when we're going to be clearing fractions. Now this one's a little bit different because we have these parentheses here, okay? When you have parentheses, you only multiply on the outside of your parentheses, okay? When you have parentheses, only multiply on the outside of your parentheses. But we want to find our least common denominator just like how we did the first time. So we have 4 and 2. Look at the numbers on the outside of your parentheses, 4 and 2. Least common denominator is going to be 4. So as I said before, you only want to multiply on the outside of your parentheses. So multiply by 4 on both of the outsides. In the first one, it's nice because both of my 4's cancel, and you have negative 35 left over. Then, in that second fraction, 2 and 4 cancel to leave me with 2. 2 times negative 7 gives me negative 14, and in parentheses, you have the same thing, 1/2 plus k. Now, I know you still have a fraction there, but I'm going to show you how we're going to get rid of it. So you want to distribute your negative 14. So you have negative 35 equals negative 14 times 1/2. Now remember, if you want to, off to the side, you have negative 14 times 1/2. It's a lot easier if you make 14 into a fraction. So you have negative 14 over 1 times 1/2. Now you get negative 14 over 2, which reduces to negative 7. So really, negative 14 times 1/2 is just negative 7. Negative 14 times k gives me a negative 14k. Now, from there, what you want to do is just add 7 to both sides. Negative 35 plus 7 is going to give me a negative 28. My 7's cancel out, bring down your equal sign, and you have negative 14k. Then finally, just divide by negative 14. And negative 28 divided by negative 14 gives me a positive 2, which equals k. So that is my final answer. Now notice in both of those problems, the first answer was a fraction. The second was a whole number. When you're clearing fractions or solving any type of problem, it doesn't matter if they're a fraction or a whole number. You can get both types of answers. Alright, so that's the last example, and if you have any other questions, make sure you come and see me in the math office or email me at kesterse@walshjesuit.org. I'll see you in class.